Yo, what's going on, guys? I'm coming to you today at Cool Stuff Waterford, and we're going to unbox the Corellian Conflict for Armada. And it's pretty cool. It's a very small box, actually. Look at this. This is compared to a Squadron pack, if this gives you an idea. These things are pretty small, so yeah, this is very tiny, about the size of one of the little boosters for the LCG. Alright, so we're going to open it up. Here's our campaign guide. We have quick reference. We've got all of our instructions and stuff in there, and it's got some little rules, special descriptions. I'm going to read through all that later. We don't really need to look at that right now. Let's see, we've got, let's see what's in here. This looks like a team roster. This is something you probably want to make photocopies of and maybe print out your own.
Maybe, yeah, once I get on.
So, let's see. Alright, team roster. Yeah, okay. And that's blank on the other side, so we'll definitely make copies of that. And then this is our Imperial version. Okay. Alright. Grand Admiral. Alright. Alright, let's see what else we've got here. What are these things? Looks like we've got 6 of these. A fleet roster. Oh, and this is for you to keep track of your objectives and player name, faction, resource income. Alright, this is basically like your character sheet if you were playing Dungeons and Dragons or something like that. You're gonna need to make copies of all of these. I'd be surprised if they don't put out PDF versions of these soon, so we'll put that to the side. Now we have our map. Now this is a disappointment. This is a disappointment and a half, because it's paper. It's like a poster. It basically is poster material, and it's got all these creases in it. And what I'm supposed to have people commit to a 6-week campaign on a paper poster? Like, what the hell is this? I don't know. This may be the first. I mean, it looks cool. Like the graphic design is nice, right? We've got the Corellian sector, and we've got Corellia right here, and we've got the Corellian system. We've got all these little, asteroid belt over here, and there's the key down here at the corner. I'm really disappointed that I'm gonna have to. So I'm gonna try to laminate this so it can be reused, because I don't know if we're supposed to just. These are stickers, so you're supposed to put stickers on here. So is it like a one-time thing and then it's done? I'm not spending $30 for like I can run this mission once. That's ridiculous. No, we'll laminate this and use dry erase markers or something, and and do something else. That's crazy. All right, now we've got some tokens here. We've got a token pack. Oh, and now look at this. These are our dust clouds. There's 3 things in here. I gotta open this up. So we have dust clouds. Dust clouds are cool. This is basically a new thing. It doesn't cause damage, but it does cause obstruction, if I remember correctly. So I'm interested to see. I think they're only basically going to be able to be used in specific objectives that require them. But we have more asteroids, another station. Oh, and this is the good part, right? All of our little dials for all of our bases for our special new squadrons. I love it. I'm curious why they give you a regular Y-Wing squadron dial. Why is that? Maybe it's green instead. Is that like... I don't know why they give you just a regular Y-Wing. Maybe it's a special... Oh, yes, it's because it's the named squad, the unique squadrons, of course. Okay, so scratch that. Yeah, the green and then the silver here are for the named squadrons that are unique, but like Rogue Squadron, for example. So this way they stand out, because you don't have a pilot's picture to put on there. That makes sense. All right, so now let's look at our cards. All right. So this is really what you're paying for, right? I mean, honestly. Oh, look at all these. These green ones, I believe these are your different objectives that are specifically for the campaign. So we've got asteroids. There's a lot of text, so I'm not gonna read them all. At least these, because these are gonna be campaign specific probably. So I'll just let you pause if you wanna. There we go. If you wanna read through them. There's asteroids. probably why you get extra asteroids. Nebula Outskirts. Independent Station. Hyperlane Raid. Well, that's a lot of text on that one. Show of Force. Base Defense Fighter Wing. Base Defense Ion Cannon. Base Defense Armed Station. Alright, now we've got some new stuff that we can add to our regular games. Oh, look at this. We've got, alright. So we got 4 new red, 4 new yellow, and 4 new blue. Wow. Alright, let's look at these. Targeting beacons. After placing obstacles, the players alternate placing a total of 4 objective tokens. The second player, while one of the player's ships is attacking a ship that's at distance 1 and 2 of an objective token, the attacker may reroll up to 2 attack dice in the pool. Cool. Let's your target station assault. And this one you're gonna, yeah, 2 stations. Okay, I'm just gonna kind of go through these briefly. Here, I'll let you pause if you want to read them. Some of them have been spoiled already, but I don't want to just read all of these and have you stuck listening to me talk just nonstop for 45 minutes, because we could theorize, capture the VIP, jamming barrier. I'm really like these objectives kind of make Armada so much different than X-Wing or a lot of other games. Solar Corona. This one's kind of cool. Very cool, actually. Salvage Run. Sensor Net. Navigational Hazards. Yeah, these are so interesting because, and it's great to have a whole new set of them because it's going to make all of your existing games totally different. Like one objective versus another objective is such a huge difference. Now's the biggest impact. Oh wait, we also have some cards. We have Unarmed Station. We have 2 of these. Has 10 hull. Cannot suffer critical effects. To determine line of sight to the station, trace the point of its token that is closest to the attacking squadron or hull zone. We have 2 cards for Unarmed Station. And then we have Armed Station. Oh, look at that. 2 blue and 2 red. And he's got 13. And he's got a blue for anti-squadron. That's kind of cool. I like those. Alright, those are going to go along with objectives. Now, the special new Squadron Cards. Alright, so Black Squadron has Counter 1 and Escort. So, I mean, that's awesome. If you just want to, and he's only 9 points. That's a really cheap Escort. And Escort has Counter built into it. And, you know, you can even, you know, if you want to put some rogues and villains in there, you can increase his counter even more. He's only got 3 hull, but cheap Escort. That's awesome. Keep Hell Runner alive just a little bit longer, right? And Valen Rudor in a regular TIE fighter. And he has Swarm, and while an enemy squadron is engaged with another squadron, it cannot attack you. So just the opposite of Escort. So he's a little coward. All right, now Tempest Squadron, the TIE Advanced. This one has Bomber, which is cool. Now they all have Escort, but it's nice to see another TIE Advanced with Bomber because they already have a black die anyway. And it's a bomber that can do decent against other ships and is a little tankier too. So it's not bad. It's pretty well rounded. Zerdic Strom. While attacking, you may choose another friendly squadron at distance 1 of you. Distance 1. If you do, that squadron suffers 1 damage, and you may reroll any number of attack dice. So, you know, red dice are good to be rerolled because you have a better chance of getting a blank or a crit, but you also want to try and get that double hit. So that's red dice against squadrons is something I haven't made up my mind against yet. I think it's awesome. I just don't know. All right, Saber. Actually, this could really combo well with Bosk too. All right, Bosk. Make sure he gets that 1 damage. Cool stuff. All right, Saber Squadron. Snipe 4. Woo! And Swarm. Snipe is gonna really be interesting in this game. A lot of people have been talking about Snipe. You know, and it lets you shoot from much farther away, and you can't be countered, and you can ignore Escort, potentially. It's just amazing. All right, Sienna Ree. She is from the Lost Stars. All right, when you are defending, the attack is treated as obstructed. So everybody's obstructed. So she'll be really hard for ships to hit with anti-squadron. So if you're looking at bringing just 1 squadron, she might be a good one to bring. And she's also got counter, and of course she's got this, right? So there you go. All right, and we've also got Gamma Squadron here. Gamma, while Bomber and Grit. So Grit is a really cool thing. I don't know if it's worth it on this guy, but I really love Grit. I've used it. I've used the Rebel Bombers that have Grit, and I think they're fantastic. People don't expect Grit because it's not used. People don't use it a whole lot because there's so much intel. But Grit, you don't need to worry about intel. I mean, you still can't shoot, but you can move, and it's, you know, it makes things difficult for your opponent to just tie you up completely. Then we've got Captain Jonas. While a friendly ship is attacking a ship at distance 1 of you, it may change 1 die to a face with an accuracy icon. That's huge. This guy shuts down flotillas, right? He shuts down a lot of stuff, and he's got Bomber and Grit and Heavy. Well, that's actually interesting, you know? That's, if you go back to Gamma Squadron doesn't have Heavy, which I didn't even notice at first because the lack of something was a benefit in this case. Oh, now we go to the Rebels. Rogue Squadron. Very cool to see this, and he has Bomber, but he also has Rogue, and that's what really makes this one different. Again, also, all these Squadron ones, like Gamma Squadron, Rogue Squadron, these are all unique, so they're unique squadrons. It doesn't mean it's a unique pilot, it means it's a unique squadron, right? There is only one Rogue Squadron. Now we got Biggs. Before a friendly squadron with escort at distance 1 suffers damage during an attack, you may reduce the total damage by 1. If you do, choose a friendly squadron with escort at distance 1. The squadron suffers 1 damage. So he is there to, and he's got Bomber like you would expect, but that's awesome. Really excited to run Biggs. Gold Squadron, and he's got Bomber, but he has 2 blue, which is, actually 2 blue is really nice with Bomber. It really is. All right, and only 12 points. Nora Wexley. She is from the new Aftermath trilogy. She's Snap Wexley's mom. All right. Friendly squadrons with Bomber at distance 1 gain the critical effect of defending hull zones lose 1 shield. So that's great, especially for your early onslaughts when you're going to be doing a lot of damage to shields.
I like her ability.
Because you know, if all your damage goes to shields anyway, because you can still do the default crit. It's not like you have to use this. But if you weren't going to be able to get a crit through anyway, you can at least do 1 more damage that way. So that's actually really, really good. She may be one of the best cards in here. Okay, Green Squadron, Bomber and Counter 1. So normally they have Counter 2, so you lost that. But you gained Bomber, and that's great for a ship that can go 5 and also rolls a black die. So that's really nice. It's not overpowered, it's just nice. Now Shara Bay. Shara Bay is Poe Dameron's mom, and she was from the comic books. I think Fallen Empire comic book, or Shattered Empire comic book, yes. While performing a counterattack, each crit icon adds 1 damage to the damage total, which is awesome. She's got counter 3, so you definitely don't want to attack Shara Bay, especially considering that she can just scatter anyway. So she is a great lone ship if you want to have just 1 squadron, or at least 1 squadron kind of go off by itself. Really, really nice, because she's almost guaranteed. Wow, almost guaranteed to do a lot of damage. Not just 1 damage, but a lot of damage. The accuracies can, you know, stop somebody else from scattering too. So no matter what she rolls on those blue dice, it's going to be something good. Unless she rolls all accuracy. But she's rolling 3. That's, oh man, that's so nice, right? Dagger Squadron. I love B-Wings. B-Wings are the best. Now we got a Bomber, but he has Swarm, which is pretty interesting. And you get 2 blue and a black for your squadron, which is good. And of course you got your blue-black for your Bomber dice, so that's always good. And then 10 Numb in his B-Wing. And while attacking a squadron, you may spend 1 blue die with a crit icon. If you do, each other enemy squadron at distance 1 of the defenders suffers 1 damage. And that's and he's got 2 blue dice. He does have the 1 black in there, but you know, this is somebody who will synergize really well with Torin Farr also. So kind of like the Rebels' answer to Mauler Mythal, perhaps, something like that. And he's got 5 hulls, so much tougher than Mauler Mythal. That is the Corellian Conflict. That's everything that comes in the box. To play this, you're going to probably want 6 people. You can play with only 2, 1 on each side. But your battles are supposed to, from what I understand, they're supposed to happen simultaneously. Once I read the instruction booklet, we're going to get more details on the specifics of it. But it seems like it would play best with 6 because, let's say, you know, we have 3 on our side, and they have 3 on their side, and we're like, all right, we're gonna defend here. All right, well, he's gonna be the one to defend. Oh, we'll attack him there, and then you kind of draft. All right, well, I'll go there and there. It's like playing dodgeball in the, out on the playground. You kind of, well, this is who will attack, and he has the fleet with all the Star Destroyers, and this is who will defend, and he's got the fleet with all the Mont Calamari cruisers, and that should, and if you're just playing one-on-one, it's going to be the same fleet versus the same fleet every time. So the more people you add to your campaign, the better it's going to be. And then at the end, you're supposed to be able to do like one massive battle where everybody brings their entire fleets, and those fleets even get upgraded so you can have more than 400 points during the course of the campaign, which is awesome. And it's supposed to be where you come in waves. Like you'll start out with only like half your fleet, and then halfway through more will arrive. And it's going to be really exciting. So if you are going to get the Corellian Conflict and play it, let me know. Let me know what you think of the map. It's probably the first FFG product I'm disappointed in. Really, I'm really just disappointed in it. I wanted something a little bit thicker, like cardboard, or I guess they figure if it's disposable, they didn't want to print it on some nice cardstock. But I have no intention of throwing this thing away just so I can play another campaign and have to buy a whole other box. All right, that's crazy. So I'm gonna laminate mine. Let me know what you're gonna do, and yeah, dry erase markers, man. Just maybe put like a white sticker on there, like they have little white circular stickers, then laminate over the top. You can dry erase. That's Rebel. That's whatever. But yeah, let me know what you're gonna do, and thank you so much for watching, and be sure and give me a like, and please subscribe to get all the latest and all the rest of Armada and X-Wing and Destiny and any other cool Star Wars products or news, or sometimes just random stuff. But thank you so much, guys, and have a wonderful day.